In the sea, nutrients cycle continuously through photosynthesizers, herbivores, carnivores, and decomposers. The trophic levels and pathways are many and diverse. The California redwood forest, like the sea, is rich in water, but it is even richer in nutrients. In pounds per square foot, there is more life here than in any other habitat. The temperature, climate, and abundant biomass should produce the species diversity of a terrestrial coral reef, but they do not. Why is it so quiet here? The California redwoods are the tallest trees in the world and the largest forms of life. They can grow to 300 feet and live 2,000 years and are most of the biomass in the forest. While there is good nutrient in the soil, the redwoods separate the sunlight from the ground and thus eliminate most other primary producers. It is difficult to graze on a redwood, so there are few herbivores and even fewer carnivores. Redwoods are the bottom and the top of a very shallow food chain. When a tree falls, its nutrients are back in circulation, but only briefly. Small plants and animals grab the food and sunlight for the short time they are available. Life teems. But soon enough, a new redwood gains a foothold, steals the sunlight, and locks up the food, and the forest is quiet again. In the forest, the constant supply of water allows primary producers to dominate. On the plains of East Africa, where the seasonal rains make the water supply unreliable, grasses replace trees as the primary producers. Here there is a shift of biomass to the large and abundant animal life. Why can grasses survive here where trees cannot? Trees invest most of their biomass in woody structures above ground that must be sustained in all weather conditions. Most of the biomass of these perennial grasses is below ground, and the above-ground shoots are expendable in dry periods. The shoots grow when it rains. The expendable shoots are also such an abundant and accessible food source that the size and number of grazers is breathtaking. On the grasslands of Africa, a large part of the biomass is in the animals, not the plants. The volcanic soil is rich and full of nutrients. The grasses make the nutrients available to the herbivores, who reproduce to the limits of what is available and a bit beyond. The apparent abundance of food means nothing to a single individual, only that there are more individuals to compete with for it. In this South American rainforest, the day length and temperature change little. Only an annual cycle of rain and dry marks the seasons. With such stable conditions and relentless productivity, organisms can become specialists in an infinite variety of narrow niches. The result is an explosive speciation and a staggering diversity of plants and animals. In 6% of the Earth's surface are half of the planet's species. A patch of rainforest the size of a tennis court can contain more species of trees than the entire northeastern United States. Biologists estimate there are between 5 and 30 million species of animals in rainforests. They can't count them more accurately than that. And the number is probably changing as we watch. If one species appeared on the screen every second, it would take nearly a year to see 30 million. But the stability of the rainforest is challenged. This is an expanding network of roads in the Amazon Valley. The image was compiled from satellite photographs taken over several years. In this photograph, taken from the space shuttle, the light-colored areas are fields from which the forest has been completely cleared. What will be the result of such wholesale disruption of the rainforest? Over the oceans of the world, only shallow tropical waters offer the warm temperatures and reliable productivity needed to maintain a coral reef ecosystem. The coral polyps and other invertebrates filter plankton and harbor photosynthetic microorganisms to bring energy into the reef's food chain. In turn, other invertebrates and fish graze on the filter feeders. Here the plant and animal diversity is immense. A reef may contain as many as 100 species of coral, countless other invertebrates, and several hundred species of fish. This large nudibranch is a gastropod mollusk that probably grazes on sponges. It lays thousands of eggs in this fragile rosette. Nudibranchs come in many shapes, sizes, and colors. They are often highly specialized feeders. This is a tunicate, a near relative of the vertebrates. They are filter feeders. They pump water in one opening and out the other, extracting food particles and oxygen. This large yellow sponge is also a filter feeder.